What's up? What's up? What's up, my beautiful Reds? Your boy is back with some absolutely mental news that's gonna blow your minds today. Listen, I've been digging deep into what's happening at our beloved City ground, and let me tell you something. The transfer window is about to get wild for Nottingham Forest. We've got three massive stories that are all connected, and when I tell you this is gonna change everything for Nuno's squad next season, I'm not even exaggerating. We're talking about a midfielder who could solve all our problems, a young talent who's about to step up in a big way, and a Brazilian wizard who might be heading to the Premier League. But here's the thing, Forest faithful. This isn't just about transfers. This is about Marinakis showing the world that we're not just here to survive in the Premier League anymore. We're here to compete. We're here to make noise. And these three moves, they're all pieces of the same puzzle that could take us to the next level. Before we dive into this madness, smash that like button if you're excited about what's coming for our Reds. Hit subscribe and ring that notification bell because you do not want to miss any of the transfer chaos that's about to unfold. And here's what's got me absolutely buzzing. We might be about to pull off one of the smartest transfer windows in recent memory, but it all starts with a midfielder who's been completely frozen out at one of Europe's biggest clubs. Are you ready for this? Because what I'm about to tell you about our first target will have you jumping off your seats. So Forest throw lifeline to AC Milan's forgotten star, Yunus Musah. Remember that name, Reds, because this could be the signing that transforms our entire midfield. While everyone's been sleeping on this situation, our recruitment team has been working overtime to identify exactly what we need, and this American international might just be the perfect fit. Here's what's been happening behind closed doors. AC Milan's new sporting director has basically told Musah he's not wanted anymore. Can you believe that? We're talking about a United States international who's been playing at one of the biggest clubs in the world, and they're just throwing him away like yesterday's newspaper. But here's where it gets interesting for us, Forest faithful. While clubs like Napoli have been scared off by Milan's $25 million asking price, our Greek warrior Marinakis is ready to step up and make things happen. This is exactly the kind of ambition we've been waiting to see from our ownership. Think about what Musah brings to the table. He's got Serie A experience, international pedigree with the USA, and he's still young enough to develop even further under Nuno's guidance. This isn't just a signing, this is a statement of intent. We're telling the football world that Nottingham Forest is a destination where top talent wants to come and play. The lad's versatility is absolutely incredible. He can play as a central midfielder, attacking midfielder, or even drift out wide when needed. That's exactly the kind of tactical flexibility Nuno loves in his players. Plus, his physicality and pace would be perfect for the Premier League's demanding style of play. And here's the beautiful irony. While Milan are desperately trying to shift him to fund their own transfers for players like Granit Xhaka, we could be getting one of their most promising midfielders at a fraction of what he's actually worth. Sometimes other clubs' problems become our biggest opportunities, and this feels like one of those moments. But wait, Forest faithful, because while we're chasing Musah, there's already movement happening within our own ranks that's gonna surprise you. We're about to see some departures that will make room for exciting new faces, and one young star is ready to step up in a way nobody saw coming. Our secret weapon, ready to replace Ramon Sosa. This is where things get absolutely beautiful, Reds. While everyone's been worried about Ramon Sosa potentially leaving the club, Nuno and his team have been quietly preparing a replacement who's been right under our noses this whole time, Joel Ndala. This name is about to become very familiar to every Forest fan over the next few months. We signed this talented youngster from Manchester City back in January, and from what I'm hearing, he's already been impressing the first team coaching staff in training sessions. Here's what makes this story so perfect. Sosa has barely featured for us anyway. The lad only started 4 games all season and only managed to complete 1 full match. So while Palmeiras are ready to take him back to Brazil for the same fee we paid Talleres, we're basically breaking even on a player who wasn't contributing much anyway. But the real genius move here is how we've been developing Ndala behind the scenes. He's already trained with the first team ahead of our FA Cup quarterfinal against Brighton, and apparently Nuno was really impressed with what he saw. This kid has raw talent that just needs the right guidance and opportunities to flourish. Think about it. Instead of spending big money to replace a player who wasn't even starting regularly, we're promoting from within and giving a young talent the chance to prove himself. That's smart business and great squad building. Plus, Ndala can eventually gain homegrown status, which is huge for our Premier League squad registration. The plan seems to be giving him Carabao Cup opportunities first, just like we did with Zach Abbott last season. It's the perfect way to ease him into senior football without throwing him in the deep end of Premier League action right away. What's even more exciting is that Ndala apparently has that special spark that reminds coaches of top-level talent. Quick feet, intelligent movement, and most importantly, that hunger to prove himself at the highest level. But here's where the story gets even more exciting. Forest faithful. While we're sorting out our squad depth with smart internal promotions, there's a Brazilian superstar who's caught our attention, and this signing could be the cherry on the top of what's shaping up to be an incredible transfer window. The Brazilian bombshell. Forest-led race for Porto's electric winger Pepe. Hold on to your scarves, Reds, because this final piece of news is absolutely massive. While Cruzeiro have been dreaming about bringing Pepe back to Brazil, we've reportedly stolen a march on everyone and positioned ourselves as the frontrunners for this incredible talent. This Porto winger is exactly the kind of player who could take our attack to the next level. We're talking about a Brazilian international who's been tearing up Portuguese football, and now he's available because Porto need to raise funds. Sometimes the stars just align perfectly for clubs like ours. Jorge Nicola, who's usually spot on with his Brazilian transfer news, has confirmed that while Cruzeiro made inquiries about a loan move, Pepe's priority is staying in Europe. And guess who's leading the race? That's right, you're Nottingham Forest. Can you imagine the pace and creativity this guy would bring to our front line, playing alongside Chris Wood, Morgan Gibbs-White, and potentially Yunus Musa in midfield? We'd have a team that could genuinely trouble any side in the Premier League. The best part about this whole situation is that Porto are under pressure to sell. They've had a disappointing season and they need to balance their books. That puts us in a strong negotiating position, especially with Marinakis' financial backing and our growing reputation as a club where South American players can thrive. Remember how well players like Murillo adapted to our style of play? That Brazilian connection could be massive in convincing Pepe that the City ground is the perfect place for his next chapter. Think about how this all connects. Forest faithful. We're potentially adding Premier League proven midfield quality with Musa, developing exciting young talent like Ndala, and bringing in a Brazilian wizard who could light up the City ground for years to come. This isn't just about making signings. This is about building something special. We're not just surviving in the Premier League anymore, we're planning to thrive. With Conference League football secured and these kinds of ambitious moves in the transfer market, Marinakis is showing everyone that Nottingham Forest means business. Smash that subscribe button right now if you're as excited as I am about what's coming next season. Drop a comment below and let me know. Which of these three moves has you most excited? Are you ready to see Pepe tearing down the wing at the City ground? The question that's keeping me up at night is this. Are we about to witness the best transfer window in Nottingham Forest's recent history? And could these three moves be the catalyst that takes us from mid-table safety to genuine European contenders? Let me know what you think, Forest faithful, because something tells me this is just the beginning of something truly special.